What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Beer Pressure. I have a special announcement at the end of the video, so be sure to stay tuned so you don't miss out. For today's video, we're taking a step back from the hoppy, malty, kind of typical beer flavors, and we're getting sour. Now, I wanted to spice things up, so I didn't get traditional sour beers. All these beers kind of have a little bit of a twist. I'm pretty excited to try them out, and I hope you are too. Let's get sour. First up on the list, we have Anderson Valley Tropical Hazy Sour Ale. So this beer comes in at 4.2% alcohol by volume and 12 IBUs. So Anderson Valley is based out of Boonville, California. And I've never actually had a hazy sour ale before. So it's a hazy sour ale brewed with passion fruit, guava, and coriander. Let's get cracking. We'll start with the pour. I'm not very good at pouring out of cans, guys. I know. All right. So first looks is it's super pale, but it is kind of hazy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I haven't like had too many sour ales, so this is gonna be quite the adventure. Obviously the head died out super quick, super carbonated, it's gonna be bubbly. Sour beers all have that kind of like smell. And you know what kind of smell that is? Sour smell. Alright. Be prepared for a lot of facial reactions, and that doesn't mean it's good or bad. I just like, again, like I said, we're taking a step back from typical flavors, and sour beers really like, they get you. I wasn't expecting that with like kind of the flavors, but I guess with the hazy one, it's pretty, I guess it is baseline. I take back what I said earlier. This one is kind of baseline sour. Maybe sours aren't for me. Overall, as a beer though, I mean, it's a good beer. It's just it is sour. I don't know what kind of flavors to focus on for this one because, you know, obviously the way, like this is brewed a typical kettle sour ale style. Yeah, right off the tongue. My brain is telling me that it is a good sour beer, okay? Off the tongue, it doesn't smell great. The more I smell it, it kind of like, the way sour beers kind of smell, and this is not just for this one by any means, this is for most sour beers that I've had, like, the smell almost kind of makes me ill, if I'm being 100% honest. The best way I can describe this beer is it tastes like a Warhead. You remember like back in the day, Warheads, you pop them in, whatever, and it tastes like that. The citric acid that candy uses, like before you get to like the fruity goodness in the middle. This tastes like the outside of a Warhead. Okay, we'll come back to it potentially. I think the other two are going to be a little bit fruitier and a little bit refreshing. Let's find out. I'm pretty excited for this one. I was actually pretty excited for this when I first got it. So this is 10 Barrel Brewing Company Crush Cucumber Sour. So this beer comes in at 5% alcohol by volume and only 4 IBUs. 10 Barrel Brewing is a brewery based out of Bend, Oregon. And I didn't mention it before, but the Tropical Hazy from Anderson Valley, that is a seasonal release. And it's actually pretty new. It came out in 2020. However, the Crush Cucumber Sour is year-round. So let's give it a good old. All right, we'll smell from the can. Smells strong cucumber. It's for sure not like at all the same scent as the previous beer. Just let me give you a little bit more. Let's do a little color comparison. Ooh, that one kind of got me puckering up. This one was pretty tart. This one, I can see where the haze comes in. And I noticed something watching back the videos. It's hard for me to tell with the lights and everything, like the color of the beer versus each other. This one though, again, no foam, but this one has a decent haze, you know, unfiltered hazy. But both of these are super carbonated, which I think helps with the bite. It smells super sweet. Cucumber, man, it's so crazy, like cucumber flavored drinks, and probably not candy, but like cucumber Gatorade, if you ever had it. It's got like a weird, like I've never eaten a cucumber that's sweet, right? Have you? No, I have never done that. Yeah, sweet cucumber. The sour, the kind of sour aspect of it. It's for sure, it's crazy, it's for sure not as sour at all, by any means, as this one. That kind of comes afterwards, and to compare to the first one, this tastes like a warhead, but now you've kind of melted down the outside, now you're in the inside. It's a cucumber warhead, and it's pretty sweet. Like honestly, I keep coming back to it. What's weird though is like I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that like sweetened artificial cucumber flavor. But something about it is like not addicting, but I keep drinking it. I think the initial thing that kind of turned me off to this one was just like it's 100% just sour. And if you're into sour beers, I'm sure you would enjoy this quite a bit. Because again, flavor is pretty well, like it's there. The flavor's there, but I gotta stop smelling it. It doesn't smell great. Yeah, that one like pucker up with that one. This one, it's more on the sweet side. You kind of get the sour notes as you drink it and a little bit afterwards, but overall, this is pretty refreshing. This should be exciting. This is V. Beauregard Blueberry Sour Ale. Yes, it is a mouthful, and yes, it took me a couple tries to get it. But this is from College Street Brewing, and this beer comes in at 4.3 alcohol by volume and 15 IBUs. IBUs are slightly higher than the previous two. This beer, the brewery is out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, so we know they like to party. Let's get into it. A little foamy. Hopefully I don't spill. Oh. Okay, well, I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest, I expected this beer to be blue. I know it's not like normally something you'd expect from a beer, but I've had sours, Knee Deep Brewing, if you've ever heard of them. They have Sour Patch Kids sours. And I had a beer from them, one of the, I think it was blue, must have been blue Sour Patch Kid, and the beer was straight up green. It was pretty cool. Check out my Instagram for behind the scenes photos like that. But anyways, focusing on this one right here, I thought it was gonna be blue. It is not. I'm getting strong wafts of blueberry coming off the nose already. Again, it smells sweet. I'm kind of curious how the blueberry is going to interact with the sour, because cucumber mellows out the sour flavor. I don't know what's going to happen with the blueberry. Let's top her off. Again, color, pretty similar. And that's the thing about these beers, is they're not high alcohol percentage. They're all fairly light, super carbonated, and that's why, you know, the foam dies out quick and they're super light. But enough talking, let's taste it. Yeah, it works. Whoa. Okay. This is my favorite. This works well. It's the aftertaste, it's the after flavor. So when I took my first initial swig, I was prepared to like say like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, like it's sour, but right there, when I kind of stop and like breathe out, it tastes like straight up candy. Dude, that's intense. These are intense, and I'm like, I feel like I'm sweating a little bit just because like, yeah, obviously they're sour. You know what happens when you do sour, but this is really tasty. I think if you were someone who didn't necessarily enjoy sours too much, which I'll be honest, like me, I'm not the hugest fan of them, so I was a little nervous like picking these up. I just thought it would be fun, right? This might be a good little entry because because as sour as it is, okay, it works really well with the blueberry flavor. Blueberry. And again, it tastes like candy. Like, this straight up tastes like candy. And if you don't want your beers to taste like candy, don't drink this one. But if you enjoy that sweetness, this is something exotic and different. And that's what I'm all about, is trying those types of beers. But this is really tasty. I don't know why. Take the sour out of it, I'm getting like blueberry muffin flavor. And it's so funny. So when I picked this up, I didn't look at the whole can at first, and I thought Beauregard was the brewery. And then as I researched it, let me just read this. Don't drink too many or you may turn into a blueberry. And then it kind of clicked in my mind. Violet Beauregard, Willy Wonka, hello. Either way, College Street Brewing, I might have to turn into a blueberry, because this is good. Okay guys, announcement time. So I have some things in the works, and the biggest thing right now is brewery visits. So I want to go local, not even just local, I want to go to breweries, get behind the scenes, a little tour, and taste some fresh off the tap brews. But that's where I need your guys' help. So I want to bring value to these breweries as well. So first off, if you haven't already, go ahead down below and click subscribe. Second, if you guys are enjoying my videos so far, feel free to share them with your friends or any beer loving people that you know. Okay, that'll help me out big time, and hopefully it'll help you guys out. That being said, always enjoy responsibly.